Let's begin with the controversy that has now started in the Karnataka Waqf Board, that it has announced that it will be establishing self-funded schools and colleges in the state. It has announced that 25 crores that has been allocated by the state Waqf Board for this, as the students will also be allowed to wear hijabs in the classes of these institutions. And this is, as far as the Chief Minister is also concerned, is likely to make a formal announcement about these schools and colleges in the last week of December itself.
ये क्या है, ये इस्लामिक गवर्नमेंट का और कोर्ट का ये रूल्स क्या है बोले तो पीयू गवर्नमेंट पीयू कॉलेज में सिर्फ, दूसरा इसमें नहीं है। अभी भी गवर्नमेंट कॉलेज में हिजाब के साथ भी जाने वाले लड़कियों है और दीगर ये प्राइवेट स्कूल और कॉलेज में भी हिजाब का साथ ही जा रहे जमाने से वही है। ये हिजाब के बोले तो एक नया इशू नहीं है, ये 1400 साल पहला से एक इस्लाम एक फर्ज बना को है। ये हमें ये तो अनाउंस करने के बाद मैडम और हमें 10 कॉलेज बनाते विमेंस कॉलेज करके बोलने के बाद है कई जगह से अपना मुतालबा ज्यादा रिक्वेस्ट ज्यादा आई है वो हिजाब का इशू से। अब जैसा बोले हमारा कई लड़कियों कॉलेज भी बंद करने शुरू करे क्योंकि इस्लामिक शरीयत के हिजाब का साथ ही जाना है।
Planning to start schools and colleges with its own funding in the state, and what is being said that these students in these institutions will be allowed to wear hijabs to class, unlike the government schools and colleges. So schools and colleges are likely to be set up in many of those locations across Karnataka. That also mentions like Mangaluru, Shivmogga and Hassan, in Kodagu and Hubballi as well, among other places. But the right-wing groups have been outrightly opposing the decision, saying that there is no need to build special educational institutions, especially for the community, and they have been calling those schools as Sharia schools.
किसी तरह से ऐसे मुस्लिम कॉलेज सेपरेट करने का इरादा ये ठीक नहीं है। अभी तक कांग्रेस ने उनको सेपरेट करके राष्ट्रीय प्रवाह से अलग रखा है, तो अलग और अपीजमेंट के कारण से ही इसका खड़ा विरोध करेंगे, नहीं करने देंगे।
Let me go across to Deepak, who is joining us live at this point. Deepak, exactly the point as far as money that is going to be allocated for these schools, saying that there would be no autonomous rules for these colleges and schools, and they would be following the board and the university's rules as well.
Well, when we spoke to the chairman of the Waqf Board, he's made very clear that the funds at this point in time for these 10 educational institutions which are going to be built in different parts of Karnataka are going to be coming from the Waqf Board itself. They're also saying that the Waqf Board has enough land and it's going to, even the land for the educational institutions is going to be provided by them. They're saying since it does not come directly under the ambit of the state government, the rules that the state government has put forth through its notification, earlier this year, and also the direction that have come in from the High Court and the Supreme Court won't really apply. That means that the students who want to wear a hijab and who are not going to many of the education institutions in several of these campuses, be it in Mangaluru, Udupi, Shivmogga, Kodagu or any of these places, will now get an opportunity to get to these education institutions. Several Hindu groups are now opposing this and saying that this is a regressive move and this is not in good light, and they're saying that the state government should not allow for this to happen. They're saying that this sort of appeasement that was done by the Congress in the past, and it has had a negative impact, and this again will have the same bearing. We'll really have to see how the state government really responds to this. What we've been hearing is that there was a dialogue held between the Waqf Board and the state government here before this plan actually came to the fore.
All right, please to stay on with us, Deepak. We have been also talking about the other right-wing groups are in a way also talking about how it will compromise with national security and Indian internal security, with the Karnataka Waqf Board refusing to shun its regressive mindset. Let's listen into the other side as well.
कॉलेज खोलने के लिए एक मांग किया है। इस मांग को विश्व हिंदू परिषद और बजरंग दल का कार्यकर्ता ने सख्त विरोध करते हैं। वक्फ बोर्ड ही पूरा देश में भारत देश के आंतरिक सुरक्षा के लिए दिक्कत करने वाला एक बोर्ड है। इसलिए कभी अभी इस जात्यातीत राष्ट्र करके बोलता है, इसलिए जात्यातीत बाद में राज्य सरकार भी इसको विरोध करना चाहिए। राज्य सरकार अभी दो कॉलेजों को परमिशन देता है करके बोल दिया है, उस परमिशन को भी लागू नहीं करना चाहिए।
However, the Congress party has come to back the Waqf Board, saying that this is in an attempt to actually make girls come to the educational institutions, as many of them had dropped out when the hijab controversy was being played out in the state of Karnataka.
They will not allow the girls who chooses to wear a scarf on their head to come to colleges. And they don't allow the same girls to go to colleges where they allow them freely. So what is this issue all about? Whether they want the women to reach to the educational institutions or not. So basically your agenda is to stop the girls from getting educated.